So I've had a chance to visit a few Delta Sky clubs, including LaGuardia, Atlanta, and Orlando. And today, as of November 30th of 2022, Delta made a move to announce some changes on how you access Delta Sky clubs. So if you've seen some of my other videos on how to access the Delta Sky Club, you know that there was a change that was announced in June of this year. And so now they've even made another announcement today. It actually came to my email at about one something today. And this announcement is because Delta states that they want to preserve the premium experience of the Delta Sky Club. And maybe I'm guilty because I've shown so much footage of the inside of the Delta Sky Club and just like, how to access it. And I guess it's just become very popular. I can remember back when Delta Sky Club wasn't that popular. I was able to access it even if I wasn't flying on Delta, but things have changed drastically since then. So some of the changes that were announced today, um, like I said, this comes because of the crowds that you've probably seen in viral videos where people were waiting in line to get into Delta Sky Club. So here are some of the changes, and I've updated this chart. I provided a chart on how to access Delta Sky Club on my website, workhardtravelwell.com, and it's in the description link, or basically in the description of this video, wherever you're watching it. So let's look at the changes. Okay, so no matter what, you must be flying on a Delta flight or a Delta partner airline. It just depends on the partners. But basically, you have to be flying on a Delta flight. Like I mentioned in the past, you could access Delta Sky Clubs on different airlines, but that's no longer the case. It's been that way for a while. And as of June of this year, of 2022, they announced that you can only have a max of 3 hours. So there was complaints about people turning in Delta Sky Clubs into like a WeWork or whatever. So they've limited it to 3 hours, before or after your flight. So that's one thing some people don't know about. And if I keep talking about it, they might change it as well. You can access a Delta Sky Club after your flight. So I actually went to a Delta Sky Club after my flight and did some work because I actually landed like right at 8 a.m. So I just went in there and did some work and got breakfast and all that good stuff. Okay, so no matter what, you need to be flying on Delta or a partner flight. You must present an ID, and your boarding pass name must match whatever method you're entering the Delta Sky Club. And we'll talk about the different methods to enter Delta Sky Club. Okay, so the first method is they provide a way for you to get membership into Delta Sky Club. So there's individual memberships, but as of next year, they're instituting that only club memberships can be purchased by diamond, platinum, gold, and silver medallion members. And if you're a Delta Sky Club member, through this membership, you cannot be flying on basic economy unless you have that benefit through like an American Express card, which we'll talk about that benefit shortly. And this goes into effect, that part about you cannot be on basic economy goes into effect on February 2nd of next year. To purchase the individual membership, the cost is $695 going into effect next year. $695 are 69,500 miles. You are allowed 2 guests or a spouse and partner and children under 21, so like your immediate family. And any additional guests would be $50 per effective guest. Usually it's $39. Okay, so then there's the executive membership, and that executive membership is if you have basically you get unlimited access, but then you get complimentary access for 2 guests, and then you can pay for 2 additional guests. That is $1,495 or 149,500 miles. I can't ever see myself going through this route to get into a sky club. Okay, and there you can also be on a Delta One or Sky Team. Basically, you can be a passenger of those flights. But going into effect next year, zoom in just a little bit more. Okay, so going into effect. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so Diamond, Platinum, and Gold Medallion flying in main cabin or Delta Comfort Plus no longer have access to Delta Sky Club unless they access it through a different method, such as like a Delta Sky Club membership. If you're Diamond, Platinum, or Gold, you still are permitted entry into the club if flying on Delta Premium Select or Delta One. Who's confused already? It's like it's so many gotchas, but that's why I wanted to kind of go over these new changes. It's going into effect in 2023. So it's a lot of fine print, but all of this is to preserve the premium experience. Those are Delta's words, but AKA like eliminate the crowds as best as they're trying to do now. Okay, moving on, and with this, you do not get guests. All right, so Delta Sky Team Elite Plus, that's another method that you can enter if you're traveling on any cabin and a Sky Team international flight or connecting to and from on an international flight, and you get 1 guest. Like I said, the link is in the description of this video so you can read more, and I'm going to be updating this as changes come about. Diamond Medallion members. So this is a new change. When you are like medallion status with Delta, especially if you're a Diamond, you get choice benefits. So you basically get to get these extras. But as of February 1st of next year, instead of 2 choice benefits that was this year, to be able to get a executive membership, you actually have to use 3 choice benefits to do that. So like I said, it's the executive membership, which is unlimited access, and you do get a certain amount of complimentary guests. So a lot of people who are Diamond status are not happy about these changes. I'm not really happy about any of these changes. I'll tell you which method I use shortly to access. So let me know your thoughts about accessing the Delta Sky Club. Have you ever wanted to access the Delta Sky Club, and how do these changes affect like your decision to use any of these methods? And make sure to like and share this video wherever you're watching it from. Okay, next, the Delta Sky Miles Reserve Amex card. You can access the Delta Sky Club with this, but you like all of these, you need to present the same day boarding pass ID, and the boarding pass must match the name on the card. So you're not able to, use such and such card to get in. It must match. So you get complimentary if basically if you're on the same day Delta flight, and then you like complimentary access. And then if you're on a partner airline flight, it would be $50. Previously, before it was $39. And then you get 2 guests, or either a spouse, partner, and children under 21, and $50 per guest effective January 1st. Previously, which is right now, it would be $39. Now, this is the method that I use. I actually use the Delta Sky Club, Sky Miles Platinum American Express card. It's the platinum card. I believe the fee is like $250, an annual fee. So I'm already paying annual fee, and I also have to pay $39 to access the Sky Club. So at the time, I'm like, sometimes it kind of works out if I don't want to be sitting at the gate being crowded. If I want to get food, because sometimes when you're eating and drinking at the airport, it can add up. So I'm like, $39, not bad. Um, like the food is really good. You can definitely check out videos after this video of tours that I've done. Just so this is the method that I use, but going into 2023, the new price for me will be $50, and any guest will be $50. So I'm like, okay, $250 annual fee for the card plus the $50 each time I want to visit the Sky Club. And I don't have to, but I was kind of okay with the $39, even though it was a time and place where I could access the Delta Sky Club with my Delta American Express. That was $99, but that's long been changed, like right before the pandemic. So I'm really kind of reconsidering if I'm going to be keeping the Delta American Express Platinum. I mean, there's other perks with that card, such as I get discount on Clear membership, annual membership, and stuff like that. And I'm still kind of debating it, but this news today, I'm like, $50 to access the Delta Sky Club. I don't know, and it's doing exactly what Delta is trying to do, which is trying to reduce the amount of people in the Sky Club. We've already seen the changes that happened in June, so now it's additional changes. Okay, so next options to access the Delta Sky Club. So the next options to access the Delta Sky Club are, let's see, we already talked about Platinum. There is an option to access it if you just have a Platinum American Express card or a Centurion card. The fine print, you must present the Delta boarding pass or either marketed by WestJet, and the boarding pass must match the name on the card, and you get 2 guests or immediate family. Effective, like everything else, the cost will be $50 as opposed to $39 for the guest. And then there's some others if you're actually on WestJet business class. If you're a gold and platinum member, you can see these different options. And you can see that there is 1 guest allowed if you're a gold and platinum member, and there's not a guest if you are WestJet business class. Then there is Delta Sky Miles Diners Club, which is complimentary access for 3 visits per calendar year, or 3 individuals per calendar year. You get 2 guests, and then children 2 and older are counted as guests. I don't know if you all seen that kind of viral post where the lady was complaining about her child wasn't able to get access or had to be charged as an adult to get into the Sky Club. So yeah, children 2 and older in this regards right here are counted as a guest, and that's if you're using these last 3 methods. Okay, so the Delta Sky Miles Trust Club Platinum Visa card, mouthful there. You get 6 visits or 6 individuals per calendar year. Again, 2 guests, and then children 2 and older are counted as guests. And then the Visa card is also, actually, that's the same there. So it's a duplicate. So those are the options to be able to get access into the Delta Sky Club. I definitely wanted to come live since it was announced today. A lot of people have been talking about it. And make sure to watch the videos on the tours to let you kind of decide if it's worth it to you. All right, some other changes that were announced today. We already talked about the way to access Delta Sky Club. Other changes include they're now going to be allowing like a way to track in Detroit and Atlanta airports. They're starting out December on how to track like the traffic basically in the Delta Sky Club. So you would go to the app And let me read this specifically. Real-time club occupancy tracker in the Fly Delta app. And this is for Delta Sky Club customers in Atlanta and Detroit. You can monitor if the Delta Sky Club says not busy or extremely busy, which is going to be helpful because I know when I go to the Atlanta, the international concourse, I might not be flying international. So it would help to be able to see like if I'm even going to be able to get in before I actually take the train um, over to that Sky Club. And then some other changes that were announced. I think the points guy, broke it earlier this week, but it's here in writing that there will be prioritized entry to Delta Sky Club. So you'll see, like at high capacity clubs, you'll see the option to have prioritized entry for Diamond Medallion and Delta 360 members and Delta One customers. So it's going to be a different lane that they are able to go into. And then there was just some announcements of additional sky clubs either being renovated or opened. We have Minneapolis, we have JFK, Fort Lauderdale is going to be expanded, targeted. These are all targeted next year. Boston, MIA, Newark, and then Atlanta, which I just talked about, is the international concourse. It holds 353 guests, but they're going to renovate it to include more stations for guests. So I actually thought that was one of the nicer ones from the Atlanta airport. So these are the changes. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments.